This is probably the worst thing any customer wants to see on your website, your application, anything where you're providing a technology service and they're being presented with this. I'm from that age where we used to have a thing called the hourglass pop up on the screen in Windows and things like that. It's funny how things have changed. I had to Google what this is called. It's called an infinite progress indicator. Infinite progress indicator seems to be a contradiction in terms, and as most of us know, there's nothing more frustrating than seeing the little swirly icon going around and around and around. In times gone by, if you're a DBA, you might get a phone call saying, yep, something's run amok here, can you please kill that session off? And you would log on, you would do something like alter system, kill session to kill off that facility. The problem is that can be very upsetting to the customer or developer that was actually running that process. Because not only have you killed that slow-running query, for example, or that long-running transaction, you've killed their entire session. We don't know what they were doing leading up until that point in time. They may have had a crucial open transaction, and now they've hit this slow-running query. Not only have you killed off that expensive query, but any transactional session state they had is now gone. They have to restart from scratch, and that can really frustrate the people that you're trying to help as a DBA. As long as you're on any of the current releases, 18C or above, there's a slightly modified syntax that I'd encourage you to take advantage of. Rather than alter system kill session, you can now alter system cancel SQL. And you pass in, for example, the SID and the serial number from $V session. You can also pass in the SQL ID, if you like, for the particular SQL statement. This is useful because if you go along to cancel a query, perhaps in the time between when you've seen the query and when you came along to cancel it, they've actually switched to a brand new query. Their problem query may have actually finished. So if you pass in the SQL ID that you're trying to cancel, you get that guarantee that you're not going to cancel something erroneously. But alter system cancel SQL will kill the currently running SQL statement in that session, but leave the session intact. They'll still get an error. They'll get told their SQL statement was cancelled, but if they had an active transaction, it's still present. If they're in SQL Developer or any other tool, they can still resume work in that same session. They don't need to reconnect. It's a much friendlier way of dealing with runaway processes on your database. So from now on, probably want to skip alter system kill session. The vast majority of the times when you want to kill something, it's probably just want to cancel the currently running query.